Hi, my name is Colin Williams, and today I'll be answering Critical Creative Reflection number 2. How does your product engage with audiences, and how would it be distributed as real media? Now, to answer the first part of the question, I broke it down into how it engages with the audience, which is for our opener mainly in about 5 ways, being POV shots, the sound, which I really mean the music, the camera shaking, the glitches, and the confusion. Now, the first way and the main way it engages with the audience is with POV, where it puts the audience in the frame, in the perspective of where a character would be sitting or standing, depending on the scene. This mainly helps reinforce the idea that he is lost, he is confused, and just to feel that same eeriness and creepiness throughout, such as in the picnic scene where he's confused about why, and he looks around and he looks back, and there's his heart on the table, a heart on the picnic, and then he's pulled back into the real world. The second one is music. For the music, we wanted it to be something that would be like almost calming, so we used something that would also fit with the theme of the picnic, I guess, which would be to like a 50s picnic, but we wanted the music to be calming and something that would easily contrast with the scene to better set up that plot twist of his heart and him getting pulled out of nowhere. That way, it was more easier to kind of lull the audience into a sense of comfortability and just make it easier to twist their perspective as the scene goes on. Thirdly is camera shaking. We wanted the camera shaking to seem intentional, so we did it at a point where it would be really obvious to notice it, and that way it shows the reader that something is going wrong, not only with the character but with the world around him that he's seeing in the dream, as well as in the opening scene where we get that when the door slams and the camera shakes a little. That was intentional because we wanted the audience to feel the anger of when he slams that door, so that way it was much easier for them to interpret how angry he really is. And this goes into the camera angles case study, where when the camera is shaking during the picnic scene, he's looking down. This is to show that what is happening to him is making him become inferior to the world around him. Fourthly is glitches in the camera. This is done purely in editing, where we wanted the camera to be kind of going back and forth, showing that the world around him is distorting and he doesn't really know what's happening to him anymore. This was really helpful in achieving our message, and it engages the audience in a way that shows them this world is basically breaking apart and he's going to wake up soon. Finally is the confusion of the scene. We wanted our audience to be almost as confused as our character. So with the tally marks, we can tell that this has happened to him before. With the confusion at the end of the scene, we can also tell him that this is something new that's happening to him. So even though he's still having this series of dreams, he doesn't know what it really means yet. So we wanted the audience to feel as confused as our character is. So that's why we created it purposely. So our character is emotional. Our character is looking around during the picnic. He's basically trying to study his surroundings before he gets pulled out of it. And then it just, with that heart, he finally realizes that he's going to get pulled out of the dream and that this is not right. And the second part of the question that I broke it down into would be how it would be distributed as real media. Um, our opener's genre is a thriller, and so we decided that our best option would be to distribute our film through Netflix, because Netflix has so many thrillers and it has so many shows and movies that revolve around some kind of subgenre of thriller, such as The Watcher, Occupant, and Bird Box, that are all these, great shows and movies that would be something that would easily be a thrill to the audience, and we wanted our opener to fall in the same category. And this also helps because of the Big Six case study, where Netflix is listed as one of the main 6 conglomerates that control the media. So we would like to distribute our film through there, so that way it would be immediately globally accessible and easy for people to find should they want to look for it, and that would make it much easier going through a conglomerate rather than trying to go through an indie film or posting it on YouTube.